So listen, I'm so excited to hang out with you guys. I checked out the show last night and I ended at like, I started over at 4 a.m.
Wow.
Because I had to hit it again.
No, oh no.
Ooh, let me tell you
Hit it
something.
again.
Now, last week, of course, last week, some on social media, Tyler, you wrote all your shows and you let them know it's working for you.
Yeah.
$1 million plus dollars.
Yeah.
But it made me think about, what are you thinking about when you're writing this show? What were you thinking about? What was the inspiration? Did somebody call you with this story? Or?
No, I wrote this about almost 4 years ago, and I do these stories, boy meets girl, girl gets a heart book all the time. Yeah. But I wanted to do the thriller version of it. So as I'm writing this and these characters are speaking to me, all this stuff starts coming to me. And I just seen a documentary about the criminal justice system called Gideon's Army about public defenders. Okay. And there was something happening in the news where this mom and son were doing some things, and I go, whoa, and it all came together.
Man, I'm praying for you though.
Yeah,
Because
please.
listen, the plot twist was so like amazing. I did not see this coming. So usually when people are writing, I'm like, okay, I know where we're going with this. I had no idea what was about to happen, and I was so shocked. Ms. Rashad, you did an amazing job as Sarah. To see that, I did not see that coming at all. Like, so what is it like for you working with millennial, like, new actors, and what is that like for you now? Is it a difference in how you create and work with those new millennial actresses and actors?
I respond to them.
Okay.
You listen in the moment and you respond. And I love the millennial actors because of their energy, their pace, and their rhythm.
Yeah. So when you were writing Sarah, did you have her in mind?
First of all, I'll start to write and it doesn't come to me right away. But then I'll hear something and go, oh, if I can get her to do this, this would be so good. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I started. Oh, if she'd just say yes, it would be so good. So she was one of the first people I called 3 years ago. Good. Yeah. Good.
So when I seen Crystal on it, all I could think was in the heat of the night. And you haven't aged a bit, and I thank God for that. You know, it was a time when I was watching it. Like, I'm adopted, so I used to have to watch that show all the time because my mama is 78 years old. So we used to watch that. So to see you come back in such an amazing fashion with the have and have nots, I just want to send you your kudos and your love. Congratulations. But what were you pulling from? Like, sometimes when you had that solemn face, I really felt it in my heart. Was it a place or a person that you were pulling from when you were doing this role?
As I say, I've lived enough life and had enough life experiences where either I've experienced things similar, like despair, I have experienced that, or have talked about it with friends, men and women, who have experienced the same thing. So more times than not, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's recall. And reflection. And so it was not difficult, but I wish it hadn't happened to people. However, it has helped inform who I am as an artist to be able to tell these stories because I know them.
Indeed. Yeah. So Sarah gave you some pretty bad dating advice. Have you ever got some dating advice that was wrong in your personal life?
I have to say, the interesting thing is that Sarah, to Grace, is her best friend.
Yes.
My best friend said, don't close off. You need to get out. You need to find love. That's not wrong. The thing is that if you give over that authority to your friends and you forget to check in with yourself, you've given over too much.
Yeah, you gotta feel it in your
shana. You gotta feel it in yourself.
Yeah, you gotta feel it.
Is that where it is? That's
right
there. You better check, make sure that's not gas.
That's good stuff.
So that's what it was. I don't think it's Sarah's fault. That was Grace's situation, her responsibility to remember.
Indeed. Baltimore representative. Major love to Baltimore. You know, you've been working now, 10 plus years in this field. And, even seeing you as a lawyer in this particular film, there were times where I seen you like pulling and just kind of a newer person. Did you ever feel that on set with all of these amazing other actors and actresses where you like, you know what, I gotta pull it out? And what was it like when you called your mom and them and said, I'm working with Felicia Rashad and Tyler Perry. Like, what did they say and how was that for you?
Oh, I can't actually tell my parents anything because they would tell everyone. And, Mr. Perry, Mr. Tyler Perry, you can't take no photography. You can't, so I was very, I was very
So you can't take no selfies at all?
I had to wait. My parents would be like, don't you mess this up. You know how far we have brought you. No. I can't have, that's way too much pressure. I got those type of parents, don't you embarrass us. So I really had to, really quiet myself, turn off the Instagram.
Baby, you're precious.
Yeah,
you're precious. No, you're actually Precious. Your mama and daddy is Precious's mama and
Yes,
daddy.
they are.
They didn't tell it.
They really are.
would've told
They
it.
still spank me too. Don't you embarrass us on this, on nothing.
But why do they sound like they're slaves?
Because that's how they sound like to me.
Okay, don't you embarrass us out there. She crossing over.
You told Hoppo.
You to beat me, yes. I can't tell them nothing.
Wow.
You know, so I
You
really
leave
had to.
those sweet people
They are
alone.
sweet.
They're nothing like that. You stop it. They are nothing like that.
Yes. But no, I have to silence myself.
Wow.
You know, and really trust my instincts and just take in everything. They grew me up really as an actor.
Yeah.
You know, I walked into the first scene. We did all of those scenes in the jail for the first day.
Wow.
So I didn't really know Crystal. I just knew her from Hannah, Having to Have Nights, Heat of the Night. You know, I was like, oh Lord, I don't know what to expect. So I thought, you know, in Hollywood, you go in, hi, I'm Krisha, let's run
Nice to meet you.
blah, 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 blah.
It's like, no, go.
Go.
Let's do
you
it.
Open the door. She already chained to the table.
Wow.
You got to come in ready. So there was no time to second guess myself. The confidence of all these people that they gave me, I'll cherish this moment forever.
Wow, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, it's an amazing film. Tyler, I want to ask you this. When you're writing these films, do you start with the end in mind and work backwards, or do you start to just roll?
No, I just wherever I'll hear the characters talking in my shanana.
Right here?
Yeah,
It's right here.
and they'll start a conversation, and I have to start writing things down, and then I just let them flow and tell me. So sometimes it starts at the beginning, sometimes it starts at the end, sometimes in the middle. Just